I wanted to share a quick glimpse into how I prep my graphs to make the graphghans that I do. And I figure I'll show y'all real quick. In front of me is a graph, part of a graph, and this one's gonna be for my daughter. And what I do is, you see all these lines already crossed off, but you'll find no blanket made. You're thinking, oh my gosh, why are you crossing it off when you don't have your blanket made? But the thing is I take it from this and I type it into Excel. Each block is a block on the graph and it's numbered. So, like I'm right, I don't know if y'all can see this, but I'm like right here and I count the squares. Say there's 23 squares right there in that color. So I'll come over here and type it right there. To me, this is easier than to crochet a few squares, mark it off, count, crochet a few squares. For me, this is the easiest way to go because I don't have to deal with marking a graph. I can just pop up my computer, say, okay, well here's this line, okay, I got to do this many colors, switch to this many colors. This is the easiest way for me to do this. I don't have the time or the patience to try to count as I go. That ship sailed a long time ago. So this is just a little process of how I go. I have a graph maker, Miss Beth. She is an amazing woman. She can make graphs, and I wish I could do it, but I'm really too lazy to make the graphs, and I have no talent in that department. So she does, and I don't mind paying her because she is awesome. So, like I said, it's going to have her little name over here. But anyway, this is just how I go about doing it. And the ruler helps me cross off the lines. I use colored pen. I just use the colored pen and just count and then put it in here. Now, over here, you'll see that it'll match up because it'll show you line 67. You know, it'll show you each line. If you do not put a title on this, it'll match up perfectly. Let me go up here and show you how. See if you don't put a title. Uh-oh. Let me go up here. Okay, there we go. See, it starts with line 1. So if you don't put a title or title this, it'll mark out perfectly with what you've got going on. And I always put the color because you got to know what color you're doing. So, you know, that's how I prep it, is I'll go through here and like put the background and the name and, you know, all the components. I'll write it all out, so that way when I get to this, see, mine's print out and get grayscale, so you know, you've got to kind of pay attention a little more. I've always just printed on black and white or grayscale. Well, one, because my library charges for colored. So this is how I've done it. It's just do it grayscale like that. And then you decide your colors. Because see, on these, the rows, it's got 2 different colors. It's going to be black and purple. So the darker squares are going to be purple and the gray. You'll figure yourself out once you get there. And then that way, you know what you're doing. I also, I do not make bobbins. I think that's retarded. I shouldn't say that word. My apologies. I think it's stupid that people are running yarn around a clothespin. That's only going to do like maybe three rows at the most. How I do it is a center pull cake. This bad boy will sit right there, and this will do 30 rows easy. And you just, you know, go from that. And that's how I do the bobbin system, is make center pull cakes with my yarn winder. This lasts so much longer than trying to do that little clothespin crap y'all I've seen everybody doing. I mean, each to their own, but think about it this way, guys. You can do the clothespin and you'll run out every couple of rows and have so many tails, or you can do a cake and have 1 to 2 tails every now and then. I mean, come on, the obvious answer is there. So each to their own. It's just my personal preference. This video is on personal preference. This is not the Bible of how to do it. Just it's however you want to do it. I have done so many that I haven't done a whole lot, like to be an expert, but I've done enough to know what works for me and what doesn't work. So it'll be up to you. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for watching and take care.